Hello, this is Joe Cisco with Midwest Laboratories, and today I'm submitting my first week of tissue samples and soil samples for the Shared Insights program. The Shared Insights program is a week-to-week tissue sampling program. The first week includes a soil sample and a tissue sample, and so I've pulled my two soil samples, one from the average portion of the field, one from the higher yielding portion of the field, and now I've collected my tissue samples. This is V3 corn, and that means there's 3 collared leaves, and that can be seen here with the first true leaf, the second leaf, and then the third collared leaf here. And again, I want to take the whole plant. When it's under 12 inches tall, I'm going to take the whole plant, and doing so, I'm going to reach down right around that true leaf, snap it off, and then I'll put it in with the rest of my samples here. And I want to make sure I get enough soil to represent the area, but I also want to get enough tissue sample that the lab can run their analysis. And that analysis is the Plant Tissue Complete, which includes nitrogen and all the minerals, and then also molybdenum. And so I have more than a softball amount right here, and that'll dry down and the lab can run their analysis on it once they get it tomorrow. And today I'm taking my second week of tissue samples for the Shared Insights program, and I've collected my plants for my high yielding area. The plants are less than 12 inches tall, and I have a yardstick here showing that they're under 12 inches tall, but I'm also counting collars again, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 collar corn. And so I've collected about 10 or 11 plants here, and to do so I'm basically just coming in right again where that leaf is, that true leaf, and I'm coming in, I'm cutting that off, and I'm taking that plant and those leaves that represent that 5 collar corn, and I'm putting them in with the rest of my sample, and then I'll be putting them in the bag and sending them off to Midwest Laboratories after I collect the portion of the field that represents my average. And today I'm pulling tissue samples as part of my Shared Insights enrollment with Midwest Laboratories. Today's plants are above the 12-inch threshold, and so these corn plants are about 18 inches tall, and so I need to focus in on the right leaf to pull instead of the whole plant. So I'm only pulling a leaf from each plant that I'm pulling samples from. And so this corn it's sloughed off at least 1 or 2 leaves. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's 7 collar corn. And in this case, I'm going to take this 7th collar and snap it off right at the collar. And then I'm going to put it with about 12 to 14 other leaves. That will represent this area of my Shared Insights tissue sampling program. And then I make sure I have enough and it's clean, and I put it in the bag and ship it off to Midwest Laboratories. So I'll have samples from the high yielding area and the average yielding area for this farm, and it'll all roll into the Shared Insights program. July 1st, and I'm pulling my 4th week of tissue samples for the Shared Insights program. Today's corn is near 30 inches tall, 28 to 30 inches tall, and I've staged it at 9 collar. And again, we're looking at that collar that's most developed. And so if you follow me, you'd have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then 9. The 9th collar is right here. It's exposed. And so this is the leaf that I'm going to take from the plant at this point in time. And so I'm going to put this leaf with 12 others, 11 to 12 others, and get those folded down and put into the sample bag for Midwest Laboratories. And we'll get these UPS'd out today so they can get processed at the lab tomorrow and back to me early next week. And today I'm pulling the 5th week of tissue samples for the Shared Insights program. The corn I'm in is 4 to 5 feet tall, and we're looking at V10 to V11 corn. And with that, we're pulling that uppermost developed leaf. And that uppermost developed leaf is in that V10 to V11 stage. Right here is that collared corn. So we snap it off and then we put it with 10 to 12 other leaves. And at this point in time, you're going to have to fold those leaves into thirds or fourths to put it into the Midwest Labs tissue sample bag. Get that mailed off, UPS'd off to Midwest Labs in Omaha, Nebraska. And today I'm pulling the 6th week of tissue samples for my Shared Insights enrollment. And at this point, I'm going after the 12th leaf, the 12th collared leaf of this cornfield. And so I find that uppermost developed leaf with that collar right here, and it's the 12th leaf. I snap that off, and then I put it in with the rest of the leaves that represent this portion of the Shared Insights enrollment. Again, this is Joe Cisco, tissue sampling for the Shared Insights program with Midwest Laboratories. Please feel free to call us anytime to discuss your tissue sampling needs for the 2020 crop season. Thank you and have a great day.